Hey everybody, Anjel Scarborough here, the rector of Grace Church in Brunswick. And today I'm coming to you live from my dining room. I'm not in my collar, it's Saturday, I'm cleaning the house, especially my daughter's rooms and their bathroom. I'm boldly going where I haven't been in a long time, and it's pretty clear it needs some deep cleaning. Our girls are both in college now, so this is a perfect time to do it. Go Blazers! But I was in the midst of all of this and I stopped in my tracks after cleaning out their medicine cabinet. What I found there shocked me because I realized how easy it is to get lazy about cleaning out old medications. And just what we had on hand surprised me. So I went to my own medicine cabinet and it was even worse than my kids. So don't worry, girls. This is not about you. This is a my bad confession from mom. So this is for all you parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles who are concerned about your kids getting into drugs. I'm coming to you as a mom, a priest, and somebody who has alcoholics and addicts all over my extended family. There is no family who is untouched by the problems of addiction. And we have a huge heroin epidemic that's destroying families and it's killing people. But nobody starts out, shooting up smack. I don't know about you, but I got this creepy thing about needles. I hate needles and snakes and spiders. Okay, I got a few things I really hate, but needles just creeps me out. The idea of sticking a needle in my arm? Ugh. I'd have to be pretty messed up to do that. And people who get addicted don't start out there. They usually start out hooked on something else, like pain pills. A gateway drug. Now, I know y'all have heard about gateway drugs before. And when I was growing up, we were told it was pretty much booze and weed. But here's the thing. Booze and weed aren't the half of it. Over-the-counter and prescription drugs are the gateway drugs we overlook. And those addictions are a lot easier to hide. Things like OxyContin or its cousins, oxycodone or hydrocodone, and I've got a few of those hanging around. Things like codeine. You have that cough that just doesn't go away and the doctor says, here's a little bit of cough syrup. Yeah. And things like Phenergan or promethazine. Had a couple of those on hand too. All of these are gateway drugs. All right? Now they're high-powered, they're controlled substances, and they're good drugs when they're properly used. But it's really easy to abuse them. Even over-the-counter meds, like this cough syrup that has dextromethorphan in it, these can be abused without even raising any suspicions. Any kid can go into a local drugstore and buy this without raising an eyebrow. Now I know the fact that I have all these bottles over here looks pretty sketchy. But these prescriptions go back to like 2009, and they were all for legitimate things. I had major surgery. My youngest daughter had major surgery. My husband and my oldest daughter had their wisdom teeth out. All things that would require appropriate pain management. And the fact these were still in our medicine cabinet is proof we stopped taking them as soon as we could. The problem was we didn't get rid of them when we should have. Now, disposing of medications properly is not well understood, and it's really easy for these things to pile up. So here's what you can do to clear out your medicine cabinet so your teens and tweens don't get their hands on this stuff. First of all, if you live in a community with a drug disposal site, take them there. The city of Brunswick, Maryland has a site. There's a secure container. It's in front of the police department over on A Street and First Avenue. You can drop your old prescriptions in there. Just bring the bottles, put them in the container, shut the door, they're gone. You don't have to worry about them anymore. So that's a great way to get rid of the medications you're not using anymore. See, I live in a smaller community up the road, and we do not have such a site. So driving around with a bunch of oxycodone in my car just didn't seem like a really great idea. So let me show you what I learned as a hospice chaplain about what we call wasting the meds. Now, this is an FDA-approved method for disposing of medications in the home. First of all, you take a Ziploc baggie. Now, this one's already finished, but you take a plain old Ziploc baggie and you fill it with about half kitty litter. Don't use the clumping kind. That doesn't work so well. Just cheap kitty litter. Put about half full. Dump the pills in first. Add some water. Squish it up. The pills will dissolve. Then put a little more kitty litter in there and pour in your liquid medications. Use enough kitty litter and squish it around so that nobody really wants to get into this stuff. Seal up the bag, throw it away. I've sealed it up because it stinks. It's going to smell horrible. Okay? It's a way you can get rid of over-the-counter medications and your controlled substances. Toss it in the trash. Now, if you don't have kitty litter on hand, you can use old coffee grounds. You can even use potting soil or dirt. Just something that will allow that to be very uninviting. Okay? So that's a quick way to get rid of liquids and pills. Now, there's a special case for drugs that aren't in a liquid or pill form. Specifically, I am talking about EpiPens. Now, one of our daughters has a deadly tree nut allergy, so she has to carry Epi. And of course, this has been in the news lately because of Mylan's corporate greed, shot up the prices of these to a ridiculous level, and their CEO got a big old fat raise. So seriously, Mylan, cut this crap out. There are people who need these and can't afford them. And don't tell me you're going to give me a coupon. That's bogus. Put the price back where it was. Give me a break. Sorry. Anyway. You cannot keep these things around forever. And I found this one stashed way in the back of the cabinet, and it expired 3 years ago. And the problem is, if you keep something like this around and an emergency happens, somebody grabs this and the meds are expired in an emergency, that could cost a life. So you really want to get rid of these old EpiPens. Waste them so nobody uses them in an emergency. Here's how you do that. First, you take a citrus. It can be an orange, it can be a lemon, it can be a lime. Citrus actually works a lot like human skin. And my sister, who's a nurse, she'll tell you that's how they learn to give shots, right into a lemon or into an orange, because it's very much like human skin and has the same kind of resistance. So you get a lemon, a lime, grapefruit if you're a really bad aim, okay? Pop the EpiPen out of the container. All right. Take the blue end off. All right. And into the lemon it goes. I'm going to put it on the table here so I don't hit my hand. All right. You're going to hold that. You're going to hold that for 10 seconds. That wastes the meds. All of it's out. Done. Bye. No more EpiPen. Do not put this back in the fridge. That would be a really bad idea. Waste it along with the rest of the meds. EpiPen's done. What do you do with it? Well, auto injectors need to be handled carefully. And this is not an endorsement for Tide, but if you have some liquid laundry detergent, keep the old container, because this vent right here that normally allows you to get your liquid laundry detergent out is a perfect size for an Epi injector. It also works for any other kinds of sharps, so for diabetics and whatnot. This is a cheap way to dispose of them, and then this can go in the trash. You know, it's not a recyclable thing. I'm into recycling, but this is about safety, and safety with medications and auto injectors. Okay? So that's it. You can now easily waste your meds, get rid of the ones you don't need, get the stuff that's expired out of your medicine cabinets, clear all that stuff out. So moms and dads and grandparents, you all love your kids. You want to see them healthy. Get rid of the old drugs, prescription, over the counter, waste your meds so the kids won't get wasted on them. God bless you.